Hey, this is the UFO Watchman, Leroy, Skye, and today I was wanting to talk about something that Pat Robertson, the evangelist, CBN, something he said on the 8th on his show. He was making a comment about oil and our dependence on it and everything. He said we needed to build more refineries and somewhere along the lines that wind towers and things like that were foolishness and that they were just stupid ideals to him, which I totally disagree with. I think that's one of our best options for energy in the future, plus air compressed cars like the ones that go 70 miles per hour produced by Tata Motors in India. Uh, they run totally on air. It looks like a big cutting torch tanks or something, it's a real thick tank inside the car, and you fill it up with air, and it can cause the car to go 70 miles an hour, and instead of spark plugs, it has puffs of air, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that blow at certain intervals, just like a spark plug does during timing, and everything's timed. Every little puff of air is timed, and it pushes pistons just like spark plugs do, sorta. Not just like it, but sorta. And it has a cycle, just like the timing on a regular engine. And they go up to 70 miles an hour, and they make trucks, big giant trucks, and they make cars. And the reason why they don't want that here, these oil companies, they got the monopoly. If they ever start building air compression stations and all that stuff, they're gonna be put out, man, and they know that. But I don't see why they don't just combine into that and start making them so we can, go make the transition into that sort of energy for vehicles and get off of the oil. And then we won't have to cater to Middle Eastern radical countries that hate us, and we can be independent and have our own energy sources. But they're all about greed. They don't care about the future of the earth. They say they do with their insulting commercials and counter ads from who I don't even want to mention on here, that you know who I'm talking about. I mean, anytime anybody bitches about them, they put a counter ad on there. It's just ludicrous. I mean, they don't give a crap about them people. If they really gave a crap, they wouldn't have been censoring stuff and blocking the public from taking samples and things. I mean, they just, from the whole start, they were corrupt. And then they put these counter ads, and we don't have no way to fight it because they have millions of dollars to pay for it. And they can just smother the web with all these insulting counter ads after they did all the damage in the ocean over there. And I just think that it's an insult. I mean, if they're going to do it, they need to do it separate. Don't put it on people's shows that's talking about what they done. I mean, that's just an insult. Because those are the victims, a lot of them are, and they have a right to get up there without them cutting in and putting their propaganda on there. But it's all a big payoff. It's all about money. Nobody cares. They're living for today and not tomorrow. They're just living for today, themselves, and not their grandchildren. And that's just the way it is. That's the way it's always been here in the last century we had. It's just always been about money, That's all it's been, and the hell with the future. I mean, they say they care about the future, but they don't give a fuck about the future. If they cared about the future, we'd have air compressed cars and wind towers running. I mean, if they cared, they'd cut out all the pollution if they fucking really cared. And that's all I gotta say.